All right, slightly different settings. Interesting. Well, good morning, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Hope your gardens are holding up and your yard is looking incredible. I'm back down in the 70s again, and it's time to cut again. You know, we all just dealt with here in Cleveland. We had Camelot weather. You know, what's that mean? It means it only rains at night until the sun comes up, and then it's beautiful all day. Camelot weather. The ideal. Rains when we're asleep, and we can enjoy the day and the heat. Well, the heat was a bit excessive. And from all heat index reports and everything I'm seeing, unless we change some things, next year's going to be worse. Now, look, I've been looking at my analytics, and I get it. I only have your attention for about 2 minutes. And then you click off to something else. It's all good. It's all good. But you're missing a lot of detail. Yeah, you're missing some rambling. I'm sorry about that. But I'm an author. I'm a writer. You know, I may not have my muse, but it doesn't stop. I am now 3 books in my head, banging around. And this original may get changed. Not drastic, just some additional information. Things I wasn't authorized to do prior to the book being released, I'm now authorized to do. It's just one of them things, and it's a struggle. It's a struggle. There's another source of minerals from longevity that I'm authorized to talk about. So we'll go into that. And I know I'm just about to lose your attention here and you're about to click away, but there are 2 other videos you may or may not have seen. They're linked below that cover some of what's going on with this heat. This is aeration time. In some situations, if you're following the guidebook, especially now it's time to feed. Our temperatures have dropped. You never want to feed right before a massive heat wave. That's you cause things to kind of work in reverse, and can overstress an already stressed out garden, yard, what have you. But as things cool off, now's the time to aerate and feed again. I know per some schedules it should be in July, but we've been hammered with heat, hammered. My yard hasn't suffered for it, but again, that's just one of them things when the soil is working correctly, and hopefully, you know, a bunch of you get on board enough to change what we've got going on. Again, this can start in the spring. This can start in the fall. When Mother Nature kicks in and the soil opens up and the food web kicks in, tropical paradise can be had. A yard paradise can be had. You have to understand Mother Nature. So yeah, aeration time. Time to open some things up. I wouldn't thatch quite yet, but aeration time. Time to feed. Your yards or your gardens, I'm sorry, your gardens, if you've been following the system and you've been harvesting, as you should, especially during high heat, harvest what's ripe, get it off the plant, reduce the amount of work that the plant has to do to keep ripe stuff ready. So hopefully you were in there treading around and doing what have you. You know, I talk about making sure you have ground cover. If you've got a growing ground cover, this doesn't apply. It doesn't. You don't want to hurt the roots of the plants. Aerate the center of your aisles. Just aerate. Don't change anything. Just aerate. Open it up a little bit. Just a little. Just crack the soil and move on. Because of compaction of you walking through it. Those that have put down a ground cover, hay, grass clippings, mulch, what have you, anything to protect the soil, anything to keep the armor going. Hay especially. 3-tine fork, you might know what I'm talking about. Lift your hay. Go through and move things. Get them up. Get the air in there. Compaction can be a problem. And not allow air in. You need air and water to feed the food web. So don't. The last thing you want to do is spend too much time in the garden, and that's the system. You don't need to. You're not chasing weeds. You're not chasing this. You're not chasing that. But you need to stop compaction. Okay, so where you've been treading, running garden hoses and doing whatever for no reason, as you're waiting for the food web to wake up, lift the hay. Once a month, maybe, if that. And like I said to the others, crack the soil a little bit. I wouldn't necessarily go through wide. I would just go through a center row and crack left, crack right. Just open it a little bit. Force air in there as you lift the hay and back your way down the aisle. Aeration's really important right now. That cooling factor. If you know air conditioning and you understand the heat exchange issue, cooling right now is a big factor. I think that's why some people have their preferences as to when they water. But again, that's a different video. It's already been covered. So if I've kept your attention this long, I appreciate it. I really do. Hit that thumbs up today. There's no point in commenting. Some of you have, and I've seen some others coming from some other channels, which is great. Great. I appreciate the support. I'm balancing at 400. I don't think it's going to hold, guys. So if you're new, especially if you're new, please support. I'm trying to stay up over 400. So I need a little bit of a cushion. And you all know what I'm talking about. Hit that little button, click that bell, because you never know when I've got something important to drop in and say. My live streams, those are just for fun and a Q&A. Please come in and check those out. They are at weird times. I understand. It's just when again, I'm an author. I'm a writer. Things hit me at weird times, and my live streams hit at weird times. It's not that I'm avoiding anybody or what have you. It's just when the mind runs, you just run with it. That's just something I've learned to do as a writer. And with now 3 books banging around in my head, I'm kind of scattered. I kind of need to find that center point sunshine's gone, and just I'm kind of scatterbrained right now. It is what it is. But hey, I appreciate you stopping in. I hope this information is helping you guys, even those that haven't purchased the book yet. This is important. This is important stuff. It's a global situation going on. And with just a little bit of help from us in our own yards, we can change a lot of things. A lot of things. But hey, appreciate you stopping in. You have a wonderful day. You know where to find me. I'll be out there in the stream somewhere. Have a good one, everybody.